Hello everyone and welcome on into a brand new episode of Taste Test here on youtube.com/Seannosaurus Rex. My name is Sean and every Wednesday and Saturday you can watch me try the weird, the wonderful, and the limited edition. For more, subscribe and ring the bell down below. You'll be notified when I post new videos, and if you have a suggestion you can leave it in the comment section. You just have to tell me what it is and where to find it. You might see it on a future episode of the show. Today we have kind of a fun item. I'm not a big drinker. I rarely have alcohols on the show, but sometimes I think they're fun enough, and I've been excited to try them enough that I think it's fun to show off. We have a couple of Portland Cider Co. ciders. If you know anything about me, you know that I tend to, if I enjoy an alcoholic beverage, it's going to be sweet and sugary, or it's going to be a cider, and that's what we have here. The Portland Cider is a company I've been following on Instagram for a while. It's available a lot more on the western, coast, Portland, Seattle, kind of that little strip there. But it hasn't really made its way frequently enough in my area to where I've been able to try it just yet. So when I was over in Westport, I was walking around one of the stores, the Shop in Carts, which is SHOPN''KART. I have the receipt to check my spelling and make sure that I was reading it correctly. But when I was there walking around, just kind of roaming the aisles, I was kind of out of it. I was tired. It was a long day. And I was just kind of staring at the cold drinks. And then I just it clicked in my head. I was like, oh, those are Portland Cider Co's. I've been wanting to try those. I should grab them. So what I did is I grabbed 2 of their 19.2 ounce cans. And then I saw a third, but it was in a 4-pack and I didn't really need that much. I barely even needed these. And if you'll notice, I'm in my regular spot, which means that when I bought them, they sat in a fridge for 2 days, then made a trek all the way across the state to sit in my fridge for 4 days. So there you go. I'm excited to try them. I think it's even better because we have a couple of fun variants. We have what they call a small batch, and that is the Concord Grape, which I'm excited about. And we have a seasonal, which is extra exciting, and that is the Huckleberry Lemonade. So if you see them, you're probably on the western side of the state. You can order them online, or I think you can order the Cider Club thing, which I've thought about, but it's a little pricey, and it's pretty expensive to ship, so I haven't done that. Haven't done that yet. Probably, I don't know if I will. Hey, Portland Cider, if you're watching this video and you'd like to send me one, I just, call me. 208-420-6969. You just give me a call. I'll be right there. Ring, ring, ring. Did I almost give my real phone number? Absolutely. Really, I had to veer my brain from going, wait, hold on, joke. We got to slide into joke. Seasonal. Huckleberry Lemonade. That's where we will start today. That is why I was so excited to try these. The Pacific Berry, I believe, is one of their more regular flavors, and that was the 4-pack that I saw. But I thought a seasonal and a small batch would be a cool way to do it. So let's crack it open. Bam. Oh boy, that's tall. That's very tall. Smells okay. I guess I was anticipating a little bit more. A little more lemon, maybe a little more huckleberry. Okay, thank God. Super worried that I read the wrong flavor. I've been having a really bad problem with that, and people have pointed it out, which I understand. Just makes it worse. Fusion of juicy berries with freshly squeezed lemon. I want to like this more than I do. And I don't know, maybe it's me. And I point out that they sat in a fridge for a couple of days, made a trek across the state. The entirety of the state of Washington. If you don't know where Westport is, the furthest west you can go, it's on the coast, all the way across the entire state of Washington into Idaho. So just keep that in mind. Because it might not be the best example of it, but I did want to try them. I was hoping that when I cracked it, I got a little bit more of the huckleberry or the lemonade. And I hoped that when I drank it, I got a little bit more of the huckleberry and the lemonade, because I like the idea of the lemonade, the citrusiness of the lemonade, and then the huckleberry berry, mixing that together. I talk a lot about when we do the Mountain Dews, or when I do the Mountain Dews, I like citrus mixed with berry, citrus mixed with fruit. I thought this would be a really nice mesh of those because it's Portland cider. It's an apple, right? I don't know. That doesn't have apple cider. There it is. There's the connection. I was hoping that because it was going to be like fruit and a berry and a lemon, it would all kind of mix really well together. But I'm getting mostly like the alcohol flavor, which is not always my favorite. I want that big, almost overbearing flavor. You know what I mean? We'll try another sip. Yeah, I'm getting mostly the the base alcohol flavor. It's a little unfortunate. Fresh, huh? Fusion. I don't know. Maybe this next one will be better. I'm hoping that there is a considerable grape flavor, bursting with tangy grapes and fresh apples. That's apple grape. The treetop makes like a really good like apple grape juice. Wreaks havoc on my tummy, but tastes good. Can they recreate that in a site? Here, we'll take a swig of water. This water's been here way longer than I would like to admit. Okay. Clear out the mouth. Crack it. Brewski. Okay. Ooh, this one already smells better. I can really smell the apple in it. Ooh, yeah. Okay. We're off to a better thing. I think it's just because this one's flavor is too light. Man, the huckleberry really should have kicked through. Don't worry about it. Kind of just tastes like a generic cider. Which isn't bad. It's definitely my preferred version of it, but like, where's the grape? Where is the grape? Tangy grapes, fresh apples. Where? Where art thou? Oh, apples, where art thou? Okay, I got a little bit more there. I don't know. Alcohol is tough for me to do because I don't like it. Like I guess acquired a taste for it, but I don't drink super frequently. Like it's very rare that I do, and I do tend to lean towards ciders. I wanted to be more wowed by these because I was so anticipatory. Like I was so anticipatory of it. Whatever. I was really excited to try these, and I feel like that I am kind of let down. But I feel like I am not giving it the best showcase. You know what I mean? Like I'm taking it from one end of the state to the other end of the state into a different state for it to sit for so long. Could be on me. They could be that these are better if you just, buy them and drink them on like the same day, not like a week later. But even then, I'm not really getting much of a scent from the Huckleberry lemonade. And there was not that much of a taste of it. And then the Concord Grape I was excited about because it smelled a little bit better. I could smell the apple. Pardon me. We have a second one. Sorry. The Concord Grape smelled better, but I just didn't get the flavor profile that I would look for. I talk about it a lot. I want those guest flavors to come through. I want it to be like, man, this is a citrusy berry huckleberry lemonade. Oh my goodness. Wow. That's so cool. Or man, that's a really great grape that mixes well with the apple. But I just didn't get that in either of these, which is unfortunate. They're not bad enough that I won't finish them, but I would be hesitant to get either of these flavors again. Now, it doesn't turn me off completely from Portland cider, just as like a brand or whatever, but because they only have 2 strikes, you get 3 strikes, you're out. At the old cider game, they do actually have like a specific like baseball stadium one that I would love to try. Just because like, come on, that's right up my alley. Here's like a very specific limited, I'm off track. I'm not opposed to trying any more of the Portland ciders. I don't know that I would buy these flavors again. This would be one of those things where I like it and it would sit in I will try the seasonals just because I think it's fun if I like the flavor. It's right in that Red Bull lane right there because when I was in Westport, not to brag, they had like a cranberry one. And I'm like, I'm not a cranberry guy, so I'll pass on that. But Huckleberry lemonade, they have some fun flavors like that. I'd be happy to try them again. So I don't know. These are a tough sell. They were a fun buy just because it's a small batch and a seasonal in a area that I don't usually go to, and I was able to find them and I was excited to try the brand. So I don't know. I wasn't wildly impressed, but I didn't dislike them so much that I will never buy them again. So take that and do with that what you will. I also don't remember how much they were, so not much help on that. Again, found them at the shopping cart. I found 2 of these and the Pacific Berry in the 4-pack. So there you have it. Thank you so much for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed. If you can't tell, it's getting kind of late here because my sentences are really struggling. And then I had 2 or 3 sips of this. I think 4. Can't count. So we're going real downhill real quick. But thank you again for watching. If you'd like to see more, you can subscribe right over there. Ring the bell down below. You'll be notified when I post new videos. The Taste Test playlist right here updates every Wednesday and Saturday. And you can leave suggestions down in the comment section below. You just have to tell me what it is or where to find it. You might see it on a future episode of the show. Again, thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you next time on Taste Test. As always, bon appetit.